Britain wasn't prepared for the sort of war that we got into. And by 1915 there were sort of complaints that we weren't producing enough shells for this terrible trench warfare. And so Brunnermond, despite the misgivings of the firm, were required to turn this old caustic soda works into a munitions plant in the middle of this built-up area. On the night of the 19th of January 1917, a fire broke out. The whole place just blew up, 50-odd tons of TNT. A sort of massive blast, the largest single explosion that's ever been in London. Obliterated everything within several hundred yards. Some 70,000 properties damaged, and the death toll, eventually 73 people in the area, including 16 people in the works themselves.
I think we should try and remember our history. Through our history and we understand ourselves better. This was very important. It happened at a time there were 350,000 people who lived in West Ham, which is the same numbers live in the whole of Newham today. So it was very different conditions. People were much more crowded. That's why so much damage was done by the explosion. So understanding that and understanding where we've come from gives us a sense of ourselves. So I think it's always good to remember things. Clearly this is something that's right and appropriate to mark.
The history of any site is really important, and I think it's because I do think when you look at things that happened here, and you look at it should influence you in terms of how you would develop. And also I think it's just really interesting. I think it's really interesting for people to live in a place where they know it has a history that's important, and I think it gives people a sense of place. And that's why the memorial for this particular event, which was a tragic event, but we've placed that right in the heart of the park in Royal Wharf, which kind of signifies how important we see this. So everybody who lives here in 50 years time, 100 years time, people will still be very much aware of this event that happened where we stand today.